All right, as we end 2019, we're getting close to the end, folks. 2 weeks, and we'll be starting 2020. And before we start 2020, I wanted to discuss something with you that was so important to me, and it's about vision. Oftentimes, you hear us partially quote the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2, where we talk about write the vision, make it plain, write the vision, make it plain. Well, if you're like me, sometimes when things become a bit cliche, I try to look and find out, is that what it says, and kind of what does that mean? So if you'll follow with me, I've actually written it down here. Uh, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 is where the write the vision, make it plain comes from, and it reads, Then the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. Verse 3 says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Ooh. When I first read this entire thing, I was like, this is a little different. Or after I read it in context and I read chapter one, first and foremost, Habakkuk is a prophet and he's receiving prophecy from the Lord. But at first he comes with a complaint. He's complaining. He's like, Lord, why are you allowing all this stuff to go on? Why are you allowing all of this violence? When I'm asking you, about the violence, I don't feel like you're really answering me. So he's really complaining. And this is the Lord's response to his complaint. The response to the complaint is write the vision. Some versions, the New International Version specifically says write the revelation. So when we ask God for things, when we're saying, Lord, I don't know which way you're taking me. When it comes to the calling on our lives, when it comes to the things that he's asking us to do or certain situations we find ourselves in, it's important for us to write the vision and make it plain on the tablets. And although the vision is for an appointed time, it's going to happen. It says it right there in chapter 2, verse 3 of Habakkuk. It says that. It says, though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So God is not bound by this thing called time. We're thinking we're out of time. We're thinking that it needs to happen at a certain time. God has already appointed the time inside of our realm, the earthly realm, the world we live in. It's bound by time. So he's appointed a specific place in our time for the things that he wants to happen in our lives. So as you write down the vision, ask God, what is the vision? What's the vision? I'm going to write down a vision, but I don't want it to be my vision. I want it to be your vision. So that way I can make it plain. And as I make it plain, I'm trusting and knowing that I'm living this thing called life by faith. And faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, meaning that I may not see what he's having me write down. And that's okay, because we live by faith and we walk by faith, not by sight. We have to keep that in our minds when we're writing down this vision. So as we go into 2020, as we're ending 2019 and we're writing visions, remember, as we're writing the vision and making it plain, it's not my vision, it's not your vision, but his vision. Keep that in mind. Happy writing. Let's write them down on those tablets. Make it plain. Make the vision plain. And as we wait for it, it's surely going to come.